One other way that we can use a checklist is by only zooming into one very important part of the checklist. And today we're going to focus on elaboration. Now, elaboration will help us emphasize or highlight the most important ideas in our memoirs. So these are our themes, our central ideas, all of that. If you don't remember what yours is, you can check back to your outline. So the big idea that I'm trying to convey in my memoir is that to me, the most important thing in a friend is loyalty. So now, as I go and zoom in on these parts of the checklist in the elaboration part, I'm going to really think not only what does my piece do well and what's it missing, but what do I need to add to really emphasize this message in my memoir? So let's get started. First and foremost, I'm going to make sure that my memoir draft is open, which it is in a different tab. Great, check. You can see it's right here. Next, I need to review my work with this checklist in mind. And again, we're only focusing on the elaboration part. What does my piece already do well, and what can I revise that will help me bring out this all-important message that the most important thing to me in friendship is loyalty? So let's take a look together. Let's just start with this first bullet point. I need to convey that theme with using inner thinking, clearly described actions, dialogue, and details about the setting, characters, and plot events. All right, so keeping in mind these 4 things, let's take a look. Skimming through my piece, what do I do well? What do I need to work on? Okay, well, I noticed that I use some good dialogue here. And I'm also noticing I say inner thinking, but it's kind of about a boy and it's not really about this message. So I use some dialogue. It is unique to my characters. Based on this, though, do you think I should focus more on inner thinking, clearly describes actions, or details about the setting, characters, and plot events? Right. I need to add some more inner thinking in. I really need to focus on this piece of my writing. I could also probably kind of combine the inner thinking with some clearly described actions. So I'm going to go back to my piece. I'm going to say, let's see. In my revision plan, I'm going to say I'm going to add inner thinking to my 5th paragraph to show that I was nervous when I confronted Hannah, even though I did it anyway, because loyalty is important. And then I also said I'm going to, I don't know. I don't want to just say revise. Let's see. I already said I would add. Okay, maybe I can say I will amplify. Will amplify some of the tension by adding in some more detailed descriptions of actions. Where do you think I could add this in? Some more detailed descriptions of actions to really highlight this. Paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Where should I be adding in some more of these actions to highlight this tension? Yeah, I think I could do it in paragraph 6, especially. So let me go down. I'm going to make sure I know exactly where I'm adding this in. All right, well, let's take a look at the rest of the checklist. I developed the central character's relationship to others, and I showed character flaws as well as strengths. All right, based on what you see in my piece, do you think I should focus more on developing the central character's relationship to others or by showing character flaws and strengths? So am I going to focus more on developing my relationship to these 2 girls or to add in some more strengths and flaws to my characters? Which should I focus on? What I decided to do was to focus on adding in character flaws. And I think that I need to really replace, and I want to see you all type that. I think that I really need to replace some of the character flaws that I have with some strengths so that my reader really understands that Hannah was actually my friend. She's a decent person. And this was a huge breach of trust. That's going to help me highlight this theme even more. So now that I have my 3-step revisions process, I can actually go ahead and start revising. And what I'm going to do, and if you don't need the tech help and you're all ready to go, you can just skip this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste everything into here. So I'm going to go to my memoir to draft the first part and the second page, hit Control A, Control C. Then I come here and Control V. And now I can really start to make these revisions and I'll remember exactly what they are.